Taehyung Jungkook with hey, I gently held his shoulder, Kimmel beside him, my heart pounded in my chest, his face was pale and his forehead and a little shade of sweat. My head, it's hurt. His voice was weak as he held his head, his eyes set tightly in the pain. Jungkook, what do you need? Do you want water or doctor? Tell me please. I felt helpless. I watched him struggle. Taehyung called Jimin. He groaned again, his hand rubbing his temples. Slow Jungkook, okay, but wait. Let me help you lie down first. I carefully slid one arm around his knee and the other behind his back. He was light, but uh, in my arms I carried him rather still on the sofa. Tried not to move him too much. Uncle just hang there. I got you. I gently lay him on the sofa, resting his head on the pillow. I looked around quickly and grabbed his phone and from the desk. Uncle, your password. My finger were over the screen waiting. Taehyung, he whispered, quickly opened his eyes. I typed the code fast and went to contact list. I immediately feeling Jimmy's number. My finger trembled slightly as I called him. I sat in the front of Taehyung, watching his face closely. The phone rang a few times before someone picking up Jimmy on call. Oh, Taehyung, what's up? Jimmy, Jungkook, it's me, Jungkook. Oh, Jungkook, why are you calling from the phone? Where is he? Jungkook, he had hurt a lot. He told me to call you. He looks really unwell. There was a short pause on the other end. Jimmy, oh no, okay, Jungkook, do me a small favor. There should be some painkiller on the drawer in the office. You can go and check. Jungkook, yes, I'll. Look right now. I stood up and started opening every drawer one by one. I squeezed the first, pulling paper box aside. Jungkook, nothing. There is no painkiller here. I was thinking. I looked around, frustrated. Jimin on call. Okay, listen carefully. There is 24/7 pharmacy just across your building. I need you to go there and get some best painkiller you can find. I looked back at him. He was still holding his head. His eyebrows stretched in tension. Go now. I ended the call and rushed to Jungkook. Please stay strong. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Alright. I took my blazer and gently covered his body. This will keep you warm. Don't worry, I will be far without wasting another second. I ran out of the office and down the hallway. My two-step ego in the empty building. As I reached outside, I realized it was already dark. The streets were quiet and the air was cold, but I didn't start. Uncle, can you please hang in there? They just wait a little longer. I stopped at the pharmacy, growing sun, and ran inside. My breathing fast. Uncle, I need to read the best you have, please. The woman behind the counter gave me a surprised look, but quickly grabbed the box and syrup and handed it to me. Pharmacy worker, this should help. Take one pill with water. Thank you so much. I quickly and ran out of the medicine. Tightly my leg was tired, but I didn't stop. I just back up the stair and push open the office door. He was still on the sofa, his face still clear. Jungkook, I got the painkiller. Let's eat. I said gently, Tina beside him. He slowly opened his eyes, blinked a few times. He gave me a smile. I sat up and walked still holding his hand. I quickly opened the painkiller and took out one pill. Jungkook, take this. He took the painkiller from my placed it in his mouth without a word. I saw his water bottle on the table and quickly reached for it. Jungkook, doing this. He took me and clapped with the phone. He leaned more into me and I stayed still, afraid to disturb him. Suddenly his phone rang on the table, making both of us blinch a little. I looked down and saw Jimmy's name On the screen, I gently leaned forward and I saw the call. Jungkook, hello, is just took the medicine. He is resting now. Don't worry, okay. Jimin was full of concern on the other end, but I could hear a bit of relief too. Ended the call and placed the phone back down. Taehyung, why did you pick up the call? His eyes were still closed. Taehyung, I was sleeping. Who was you to answer the phone? It was anyone, but not angry. Jungkook, it was Jimin. He was worried about you. He asked if you Jungkook and if you could. He said I should call Mr. Young to pick you up. Jimin is stuck in traffic. I can drive right now. His voice was low and tired. Jungkook, okay. I'll call Mr. Young then. I picked up his phone again, going thought his contact, but suddenly Taehyung grabbed the phone from my hand and I looked at him confused. Taehyung, you can you drive? Jungkook, yes I can. He sat up slowly and rubbed his temple and I reached out to support him. Taehyung, why are you looking at me like this? Do you want to get hurt? His voice was tremble, but he didn't. Opening his eyes, I quickly shook my head. Jungkook, no, not at all. Then, what are you waiting for? You are going to drive me home. Jungkook, oh, right here, let me help you. I stood up and gently held his arms, helping him get up from the sofa. I grabbed both of our bags and held his arm tightly as we walked slowly out of office. Jungkook, careful, step by step, okay? We reached his red car. Taehyung took out his car key and held it to me. Taehyung, if you scratch, I am going to be very upset. His voice was cold, but there was a little smoke on his lip. I laughed a little and nodded. Jungkook, I promise. I opened the passenger door for him and he helped him to get it slowly. After closing the door gently, I ran to the driver's side and got it unblanked my seatbelt and turned to look at him. His head is still closed again. I can feel you staring at me. Jungkook, I'm sorry. I quickly looked away and starting the engine. Jungkook, I need your address. He signed and then he typed the address into the GPS. I began to drive carefully, following the direction. After a while, we reached front of his house. I got up quickly and ran to open his door. Jungkook, be careful, take your time. I have him arm and he stopped it out slowly. Taehyung, you can leave now. I looked at the big house behind him and blinked. Jungkook, this is where you live. Taehyung, does it look like a hotel to you? His tone was secret but calm. Jungkook, no, that's not what I mean. I just always thought you live in a place. Taehyung, just go. He turned to walk towards his door, but then he stopped and looked over his shoulder. Taehyung, oh, let me know when you arrive home. Don't let the same things happen again. I will take care. He didn't answer, just walked inside quickly. I stood there for a moment before turning around and walked away with a smile on my face. Jungkook I walked upstairs to my room, turning to the light slowly. Jungkook thought the test took so long to come. My legs are hurting. I placed my bag on the table, letting out a deep sigh before falling back on the bed. My body felt tired, but my mind kept going back to Tae. Jungkook thought, I have to text him. I promised to tell him when I got home. I reached for my phone and sent him a message, but before just then my phone started ringing, make my eyes wide and Jungkook softly. He's calling. I quickly accepted the call and put the phone on my ears. Then on the phone, you took so long to call, so I called you myself. Jungkook surprised. Oh, damn. So is there something you need to tell me? I cleared my throat, nervously feeling my heartbeat rise. Jungkook, have we already arrived home? There was a pause, a quiet one. Jungkook gently. Still nothing. Jungkook, then I hung up first. Taehyung caught in. Whoa, wait, why are you in such a rush to hang up? Jungkook, fine. I thought you didn't want to talk. Taehyung, and none. Are you not going to ask how I am doing or how my condition is? Question crossed me off guard. Jungkook quietly. How are you feeling now? Is your head still hurting? There was a pause, then a small sigh. What a gentleman you are. You really had to wait for me to say it first. Jungkook softly. Taehyung, whatever, you are not really worried about me anyway. If it doesn't come from my heart, I don't need it. His words stern. I couldn't feel my chest tighten. Jungkook hurt. Who said I'm not worried about your thing? Quiet. Jungkook, of course I'm worried. I saw how weak and feel you were. I ran to the pharmacy just to give you painkiller. Didn't I? Jungkook was speaking slightly. How could you think I wouldn't care about you too? I didn't answer. My room was silent. I could escape from the tiny waves around the phone. Jungkook, I really am worried about you, but how can you treat someone who cared about you like this? There was silence for more seconds before I heard his voice again, saying quietly, "Sweet dreams, Jungkook." Then the calling that I stared at my phone, feeling a dull edge in my chest. I ran my finger through my hair. Deeply, Jungkook softly. Why did it feel like he pushed me away again? Taehyung looked at the microphone as anything thought he shouldn't hurt. I could hear Jungkook's voice in my mind and Jungkook eagerly. I really am worried about you, but how can you treat someone who cares about you like this? I looked down at my phone and then my finger over the power button, but I frozen. Then shook me and no, whatever, he's just an employee. I put my phone down on the table and closed my arm, feeling my chest tighten sharply to him quietly. Why didn't he say it like that? His words play in my head again and again. Jungkook in memory. How could you think I wouldn't care about your thing? I sang, letting my kiss. Then I thought, why can't I stop thinking about this? I reached my phone and then pulled my head back. Then softly to lips. Then stop. What are you doing? I dropped down into the sofa, grabbing a pillow and having it tightly against my chest. I looked up at the ceiling. My heart beat faster for a reason I couldn't explain. Then thought, what's wrong with me? I groaned and placed the pillow over my chest. Then muffin. Next day, Jungkook was at my desk staring at the computer screen. Frankly, the words were not making sense. My mind was somewhere else. No, with someone else. Jungkook thought, why I'm thinking about him so much. I was really happy by what he said last night. He acted like I didn't care, but I did. I still do. But why? Jungkook thought, he's just my boss. That's all, nothing more, right? Hobby. Jungkook, I blinked and looked up. Hobby was standing beside me with a worried look. Jungkook, what? Hobby, you have been staring at your screen for a long time. Are you okay? The doctor signed aloud and leaned back in my chair. Jungkook, Hobby, can I ask you something? Hobby, of course, go ahead. I sat up straight, a little nervous to say it out loud. Jungkook, okay, so what does it mean when you are really worried about someone but then feel hurt when they think you are not? Hobby stared at me for a second, then he placed a finger on his chin and nodded like he had the perfect answer. Hobby, that means you like them. Jungkook, oh, shh. I quickly covered his mouth with my hand and looked around. People were staring. I gave them a nervous smile. Jungkook, Bobby, keep it down. I don't want to whole office to hear. I slowly moved with my head away and Bobby thanked. Bobby, so sorry, but seriously, if you are hurt by their word and you care that much, you probably like them. I found looking down at my desk. Jungkook thought, but I don't know if I like it like that. I always saw him as just my boss, but Why do his words affected me so much? I signed again forehead. Everything felt confusing. Taehyung baby, Jimina say, Taehyung just on bite. Jimina held a donut in front of my face like I was a child. I won and sipped my tea, completely ignoring him. Taehyung, no thanks. Mina, come on. They eat an embarrassment away. I gave Mina a cold glare. He gave me a weak laugh and clenched his throat, avoiding my eyes. Mia, okay, at least tell us what made Jungkook angry. I signed and took another big sip of my drink. Then all I said was that he wasn't worried about me, and then he got angry and told me how I treated him badly even when he cared. Mina, maybe you shouldn't have assumed that everyone noticed where I turned my chair around, avoiding their eyes. Jimmy, seriously, I could tell how worried he was last night. He ran to the pharmacy like it was an emergency just to get a painkiller. I looked down, quickly placing my drink on the table. Mia, why don't you make it up to him? I turned to look at her, confused. Then, what do you mean? Mia, like take him out for dinner, say sorry, do something nice. Mina, yeah, just applies. A small gesture can go a long way. I frowned, folding my arms, but I didn't do anything wrong. I got up and walked toward the box of donuts, grabbing one. Taehyung, why should I apologize if I didn't do anything wrong? Because Taehyung, you kind of did. Jimin, you hurt his feelings. He was just being kind and worried about you, but you didn't appreciate it. That's why he was upset. I stayed quite slowly, trying the donuts. Mia, come closer. Mia, poor Jungkook. You've been hurt since this new project started. I turned to her, raising an apple. Mia, you kept rejecting his work, always telling him it's not good enough. She looked at the donuts, then picking up a chocolate one. Mia, he must so frustrated by now. I narrowed my eyes at her. Her words were hitting me, but I didn't want to show it. I grabbed her face and hugged the donut into her mouth before she could say more. Mia, she grabbed a little, the other laughed loudly. I'm sorry, Mia, I said with fake innocence. She glared at me while showing while Minna backseat with Jimin and Minho. I chuckled gently and folded my arm, letting out a deep sigh to inside, but maybe they are right. Maybe I was too harsh on Jungkook. I let a donut box and they at my phone is bored from love. Jungkook was in here. How could you treat someone who is worried about you like this? My smile faded a little. I shook my head. Nothing thought, why does his voice keep ringing my head? Jungkook Bobby Bar. Jungkook, see you tomorrow. He patted my back gently before walking away. I nodded with a tired smile. Jungkook, thinking Hobby always cares. He noticed when something's wrong. Honey waved at me from her back with a bright smile. Jungkook, bye, honey. I chuckled softly, waved back at her once. Everyone let us stand deeply and start packing my bag. That's when I heard a steady footstep coming closer. I lifted my head and frozen when I saw him standing there at Jungkook. I was surprised to see him this late. They have dinner with me. His voice was calm but cold, and it took me by surprise. Jungkook, sorry, what did you say? I blinked. He turned away without waiting for my reply. Jungkook, wait. I quickly grabbed my bag and followed him, completely confused and a little nervous. I sat across from Tae. He was holding the menu as a screening thought it seriously. I, on the other hand, looked at everything but the menu. Tae, are you just going to stare at me like I am the menu? His eyes still on the menu, but I could hear the teasing tone playing his word. I looked away quickly and cleared my throat. Jungkook, sorry. He signed and finally put the menu down, his eyes meeting mine. Have you decided what you are going to eat? Jungkook, yes, I have a fish and he raised his hand and the water came over. Wait, what can I get both of you tonight? The ones and he looked at me, Jungkook, and please waiter and what about drink? Jungkook, lemon tea, please tea on red one, the best you have. The waiter nodded and left with the menu. The thief folded his arms and just stared at me. My legs started shaking a bit under the table. I felt nervous, really nervous. The silence between us was heavy. After some time, our food finally arrived. We started. Taehyung, I looked at Jungkook as he ate quietly. His face looked tired. Seriously, the things he said last night suddenly play in my head again. Jungkook, in memory, I am really worried you, but how could you treat someone who worried about you like this? Jimin, in memory, you made Jungkook angry just because you are not being enough. Mia, poor Jungkook, you bring him the rest of the new project. Mia, in memory, he must have felt frustrated when you keep rejecting his word. Her place might fall down. The land clenched against the plate. Jungkook's son looked up from his food, eyes meeting mine. I incense of my cheek, getting as you mad at me because of what I said last night. He blinks and cries. Jungkook, mad? Why would I? Then why did you ignore me the whole day? He looked stunned. I leaned forward on my elbow and continued. You didn't look at me like you usually do when you were reporting to me. Even when I asked you question, you didn't look into my eyes. I watched his expression change silently. Then, were you hurt by what I said? He hesitated before nodding slowly. Jungkook, maybe a little. He looked down and smiled a little. Jungkook, don't worry, it's fine. His smile looked focused but kind. Something about it made my heart soft and I felt steady state. I trapped the back of my neck tight to it like it didn't affect me. I'm sorry. He looked at me. I should be more thankful for what you did last night when I had a headache. I looked away and picked up my phone again, but I could still feel his eyes on me. Jungkook, you're alive. That's rare. Do you want me to? Your eyes? He quickly shook his head with a laugh. Jungkook, no, I'm just surprised. Then I nodded towards his food. His family started eating. I glanced at him as he enjoyed his food, and before I know it, a smile formed on my face. Jungkook, clearly, I looked at the window as we drove past a few tall buildings under the street light. The sound between us felt a bit heavy. They were sitting so stiff like a robot. You were not in the car yesterday too. I turned to look at T, who was focusing on the road. His voice had a mix of teasing and concern. Jungkook, it's nothing, just that I'm not used to being in such a luxurious car. I'm always riding my thing. Why didn't you just imagine it's your bike? Instant if you keep sitting like this, I swear you are frozen up completely. He said it so seriously, but it made me chuckle softly. Jungkook, they do like saying this kind of silly jokes often. They may reach now. Jungkook just go straight ahead. He nodded and drove quickly. A few minutes later, we stopped in front of my house. I quickly unblocked my seatbelt, gave it the same, and stepped out of the car. He looked at my heart with curious eyes. This is where you live? Jungkook nodded. Yeah. It's not as big as your heart, but it's comfortable and warm. I like it. Tell me something, Jungkook. Why do you live in a place so close to not you scared? No, honestly, it's not that scary. It's quiet and peaceful at night. Then the That's when I noticed the way he was living around like he was expecting something to pop a small idea pop into my head and I could stop the smarting on my face and cook the I need to warm you up. What is it? Uncle whispering. People say those who travel get not near here, especially if they are in a fancy car. Sometimes they see a tall white figure. They are sudden attempt to look at his car quickly. Uncle, they say it's usually appear near car and sometimes and then boom, I started suddenly making these minutes very quickly where my empathy and frustration my soul has happened or we slowly look at us very embarrassed. They are really scared of course. His eyes turn sharp and hit my arms and not too hard but enough to make me feel. They, you are such gentle still laughing. Ah, that's hard. Do you funny? Do you want? Yes, sadly, to get cut. That made me frozen. I quickly started laughing. Jungle said to my head, no, I'm sorry, boss. The jungle then going now. That's okay. I smiled and softly before walking to the gate, but before going in, I paused and turned around. Jungle, thank you for today. I gave him a small before walking in my house. Watched Uncle disappear behind the gate and suddenly felt my cheek get warm. I smiled a little but realized Taehyung softly to himself, what is this feeling? Just then a loud dog barking nearby making me jump in fear. Then that scared me. I looked around, my heart beating fast. I quickly walked back to my car and got in. Looking at the door, let's get out of here before a ghost really shows up. I chuckled and ran away into the night, feeling it.